Hello viewers, I'm so super excited today. You know why? It's because I have life and I need you watching me today to be excited as well because you have life. I welcome you to Promise Talk. I'm Promise Billions, your host for today's show. And today I have with me on the show two girlfriends of mine, Belinda Boateng, aka Bells, and Charlotte Duncan, aka Miss Duncan. And one thing about this show is we believe in quality, which is to say, if you are not relevant, we don't call you to come on the show. Do you get it? So stick and stay with me. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the quick commercial break. Hello, babes. Bells, you're looking good.
Thank you, my dear.
And you too, Miss Duncan. Long time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming today.
You're welcome.
So, ladies, there's this interesting thing about fantasy, or let me say daydreaming. Sometimes it manifests to add up to our lives, and other times it gets us stuck in life. So today we want to look or delve into what makes these differences and how these fantasies affect our intimate relationship. Before we delve into it, I'd like to find out from you, Ms. Duncan, what is fantasy?
You know, fantasies are a way of thinking about impossible things. Some may call it daydreaming. So you just sit there, think about this thing, this fairy tale wedding you want to have one day. Think about Mr. Right, who you're supposed to be, and all that. Most of the times, they don't materialize. And most of the times, they are very impossible to achieve.
Yeah.
But we tend to think about them. To me, I think those are the things that
creating some
yes,
images that can never come
that
into
don't
reality.
even exist.
Yes, in our mind.
That don't even exist.
I don't know about you ladies, but then sometimes fantasies are good to, live along with. Someone would say a life without fantasy is kind of dull. What do you say about it? What's your take on it, Bells?
Thank you very much. As we all said, fantasy is an imaginary things that we imagine. This you know is not real, that you keep on imagining. And fantasy sometimes it helps a lot because when you really want to do something, you just have this image in your head. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I wish I'd be a doctor, a lawyer, and all those kind of stuff. So when you keep on imagining things, it helps you to put an effort into it.
Yeah, there are times we are being taught to start visioning the
Law of attraction.
Yes, law of attraction.
Yes, when you think about it here, you have it here. But most of the time, you think about it here and you never get them here.
What causes that? As in, because I don't think if it's not true, if what they've been telling us to start seeing the things that we want to see, the law of attraction, if it's not true, people wouldn't be preaching about it. So what causes us not to see the end results?
It's hard work. If you start thinking about something, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to have something big, you have to work hard for it. And if you just sit there, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a first lady, I want to be this, that, and you don't work hard, I'm sorry, you can't get it. It's all about hard work.
Exactly. And let me also add this. You imagine about possible things.
Okay.
Wanting to be a doctor is very possible.
Okay.
Wanting to be an architect is very possible. But then you just out of nowhere, you want to go and live in Venice. How? Impossible, and you'll be imagining it. It's impossible. But when you imagine possible things, you focus your attention and everything on them, you practice towards them, you live towards them, then you can achieve them. But when they are just impossible, trust me, they will just be fantasies and nothing else.
Okay, if I'm getting you ladies right, you're saying it's good to fantasize, but then you have to put in work to achieve what you want to achieve. That brings me to the point to ask you ladies, between women and men in a relationship, in an intimate relationship, which of us fantasizes a lot in relationship, or which of us tends to become fantasy addicts?
I You know, women. Yes, women.
Really?
Yeah, yes. Because we
Why do you say
men,
women?
because we are emotional. Yes, we are emotional. We're not like men. Yes, we're not like men.
Hey.
Someone might do something and it will affect you more than the person who that thing to a man.
But I think our generation of men to
Yes.
do fantasize, because you meet a guy, he has his dream wife in mind, has to be this shape, has to be a career woman, has to be able to do that. They also fantasize. In fact, the men in this our generation, their fantasies outweigh ours. I tell you.
And that for my I think those guys they're not serious because you want to you want to marry a career woman, a woman who has this degree, doctorate and all that. You want to marry that woman.
But you
So,
yourself-
listen. You want to marry that woman. So what about the JSS liver, the one who didn't go to SS? Who is going to marry that woman? And at least you have to get that woman. You have to marry her. Make the girl, the woman, the kind of woman you want her to be. Just help her
No,
out.
sometimes you
Yes.
see, not even sometimes. Lately, both men and female, they all want to be one. Both men. At first, it used to be only women, but now even the men, they want ready made.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but the point is, you the guy that you want a career woman. Where are you now? What are you doing now? Sometimes you find them virtually doing nothing, but he wants that type of woman.
Yeah, but that can happen. I mean, because he just educated us on this show that it's good to fantasize.
Yes.
So
Yes.
It's true, but it's good to fantasize, but you
But
shouldn't.
it has to
follow-
be possible.
Yes.
It has to be
Yes.
possible.
Yes.
The
Okay.
possibility aspect of it.
you think now in our generation, the kind of things we fantasize about are not really the things achievable,
Most of them.
and so we should wake up. Right?
Yes, we should wake up from our
Okay,
dreams.
so Bells, you made a point that you feel ladies fantasize a lot when it comes to relationship stuff. Growing up as a young lady, were there some things, or are there some things you are still fantasizing about? I mean, yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay. Would you like to share with us?
Not all, but I think I have to say something.
You have to.
When I was a kid, I started fantasizing things when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be in my room. That
Things
wish-
like
things like I wish I marry someone who take me around the world.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Around the world.
yes, around the
one is
world.
definitely unachievable.
From US to the UK.
Across the 7 seas and all that.
Yes, that's what I started doing.
Okay.
And marry a nice man.
And have
who
you
loves
achieved them?
me.
I mean, or you're still hoping to
I'm
achieve
still
them?
hoping. Dream big.
Is it not taking long?
Oh.
Because you said when you were a kid, and now you were a
And
grown-up
you are-
woman,
you are a
right? You're
woman
still
now.
dreaming
Yes,
about that.
I was a kid. Kid, you can't marry. This is
Okay.
the time, so I'm just
Okay, so
hoping
it's
and
still in the
praying.
process.
Yes.
Miss Duncan.
I had fantasies.
Okay.
In fact, I wanted to be a doctor. So way back in primary JHS, they were calling me Dr. Duncan.
Okay.
Then I went to secondary school. I did nothing close to science. I studied business. So the doctor was like, cancelled.
And I guess you were heartbroken.
I was. But studying business hasn't been bad though. But the thing is, you fantasize about certain things. You see this guy, he hasn't even approached you. You've seen him from a distance, maybe you're at a restaurant. Then he just entered and you're like, wow. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Imagine this guy being my husband or be my guy. How look at his face, the kind of children that we will have. You
The
start.
person has not even proposed.
The
yet.
You don't even know him from anywhere. You don't
doesn't
even know him from where he
exist.
just came in.
You don't
And
exist.
yes,
That's
and
it.
you just be fantasizing about it. So yeah, we do. But that's to them materializing is another topic for discussion.
Okay. I got this point. You were like, you wanted to be a doctor when you were a child, but then you end up doing business. Okay. Do you feel you didn't put in much work? That's why you didn't end up becoming the doctor you wanted to be, or what?
No, I wouldn't say I didn't put in much work. Okay, so what happened was I BC, right? So I got 3 in integrated science and I got 1 in maths.
Okay.
Yes.
You didn't put in much work.
Yeah, so they thought you are good in maths, so you should do business.
Oh, okay.
Forgetting that, science and maths move together, so I would have been there too. But maybe God knows best. Yes, yes, God knows best. So
Okay, viewers, so if you're just tuning in, you're watching Promise Talk, and today we're discussing fantasies in relationships. Stick and stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back from that break. I'm still here with Miss Bells, Miss Duncan, and Belinda Bells. We're still discussing fantasies in relationships. So, ladies, what are some of the negative effects fantasies have on our relationships, our intimate relationships? Starting with you, Miss Duncan.
of course it does have effects. Before you meet a guy, you've already imagined who your perfect man should be. So there is a way you want him to behave, the way you want him to dress and all that, how you want him to appear before your friends and everything. And this guy comes in and he's either somehow close or nowhere close to how you imagined your perfect guy to be. So definitely there will be problems.
Like?
Probably how he eats. You go to a restaurant and he's like eating anyhow, and this is not the kind of guy you wanted. So you come home, definitely you complain. I didn't like the way you're eating. You go here, his dressing is somehow not okay, you complain. I didn't like the way you dress. You go the way he talks to people. I didn't like the way you talk. So it will be like, I don't like everything of mine. So
There's always arguments.
yes, there is, because you've already pictured
And
meanwhile-
some disagreements.
Yes, yes.
Bells.
Yes, for me, before you enter into a relationship, you should be realistic, be rational.
Okay.
Yes,
So those who have not been rational.
yes. When those who have not been that, they enter into a relationship and get disappointed because what they are expecting from their partner, they are not getting it. What their partner is giving them is not up to expectations. Like you go out with it, you saw the guy for the first time, something, you got attracted by something on him. So you are now with this guy, and you found out the guy wasn't like that. It was all fake. So you end up being disappointed, like the way the guy eats, the way the guy talks, and all that. Even some of them, when they sleep, they snore, and that's
The total turn off.
yes.
But that's bad. So if you should complain about that about your guy, I think it's normal.
Sometimes those things aren't that bad. For instance, you fantasize that your man must open the car door for you anytime.
Oh my
You
God.
meet this man and he is not that type, and you are angry. You are all over the place, angry. Come on.
Sometimes you expect
But no, that one is
friend.
serious. I
Can you
mean,
wait?
and every gentleman should know that
Yes.
when going out with a lady.
Not
I mean,
always. Not
No, but
always.
it's your
Sometimes you
duty.
can forget. Sometimes you can forget.
Talking about that, do you think our bringing ups, from where our bringing ups has an effect on the way we fantasize about certain things? Because me, for instance, where I'm coming from, okay, I'm being taught that, okay, in the house, where you're going out, my brother is supposed to open the door for us to sit in the car. And so that's my perception about men. When I'm going out with you, you should open the door for me to sit. And the moment you don't do it, of course there will be troubles. I would complain. So do you think it has an effect? Our bringing up has some kind of effects.
Definitely.
Okay, you have an experience.
No, I don't have. The way I was brought up, it wasn't like someone should do this for you. You have to do everything for yourself. So when I enter into a relationship and you don't open the door, I can open the door myself.
Okay, let's say growing up, you realize among your siblings or even your parents keeps telling you, okay, guys with braids are bad boys, guys with ears are bad guys, and that's how you've been picturing them. Growing up, and so as you grow up, you're wishing and hoping to meet somebody who is decent, as in opposite the things. Yeah. So the moment you meet a guy who has peers and braids, you are like, no, that this is not him. No. But then he might be the right person, So that's what I'm trying to ask, if bringing up has an effect on us. Is that
It does. It does in almost every way. Christian, brought up in a Christian home, live Christian, definitely will die a Christian. Then you meet this non-Christian guy. He's okay, maybe you are friends, he's okay, he's everything. But because of where you are coming from, it can't go any further.
Okay.
You understand? You can't go any further. And some of this guy, tattoos,
To you, is it nobody? Okay.
so you meet this person, maybe you didn't know the tattoo was hidden, so you didn't know he's kind, he's good, he's human, like he's got a good heart and everything. Then
The tattoo, because of the tattoo, you are off.
Yes. I hate guys with tattoos. The thing is, not I hate.
Guys, please listen
The
to
thing is,
what
the thing is, not I hate guys with tattoos.
Okay.
I really love tattoos, but
Okay.
not on myself.
Okay.
And there are some kind of guys that I really love to see them with tattoos. You can't be that skinny guy and have those tattoos.
oh my god, isn't this what this skinny guy?
Girls, are you big?
I'm not big, but a guy,
and the
should
point
get
is-
the tattoo. You
yes.
have to get this thing. You have to get the muscle.
Yes, and you know, from every lady who wants to marry a guy he dates, marry a guy he dates, you understand? No, but that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Unless something happens, then you all go your separate ways. So you are married now. You become the father, and definitely you become a role model. Now the role model has got tattoos all over.
And the children are going to follow suit.
You understand? So our way of upbringing, it does influences our fantasies.
Yes. Okay, there was a news about this one who said that Davido's song, if yes, the 30 billion aspects is going to have negative influence on the youth and all that, So what's your take on it? I mean, actually, when I heard the news, I was like, really? Okay, I didn't really think that far,
Yeah.
because it's just a song.
You were
But
not
then,
thinking.
on this discussion, it's just dawning on me. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud, and I feel the man was really making sense.
Yes, the man was really making sense. The thing is, let me say this. I was passing by. I was in town and I saw this church mate. He was saying, if I tell you, say I love you, 30 billion in your account. And I just looked at him. Excuse me, what? 30 billion in your account. Which account?
No. How would you know if he has 30 billion somewhere?
Yeah, his account.
So
Yes.
it's the thing is, so these girls like the song and they be singing it. So they are also expecting something. Like a guy, at least you get something in my account because the video is singing. If I tell you I love you, 30 billion in your account. So at least if a guy really loves a girl, the guy has
Should be able to deposit some 30 billion.
not even 30 billion. Should be even give the girl something.
Something.
Yes. And it can't happen that way. Not every guy can do that.
Miss Duncan.
This is Davido.
Okay.
He is Davido.
Okay.
So he is capable of 30 billion.
Billion deposits.
You are so and so.
Okay.
You can't afford. No, ladies, let's be real. Davido said he will give 30 billion. So if you date Davido, then you can expect 30 billion from
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
But if you are dating
Bakwame.
Bakwame, and you know Bakwame is not in good standing of 30 billion, why do you go and ask Bakwame for 30 billion? Well, if he doesn't have 30 billion and you have 30 million, it's quite okay.
or even 30 cities. It's okay.
No, 30 is too good.
What do you have to say about movies? That has a role playing.
Yes, a very big and a huge role.
Okay.
Yes. Because when you see the kind of movies that comes out, and these glamour movies, you only see a princess dating a prince, ending up marriage, and all those kind of things. So you'll be there and you expect that you expect that a big person and someone who has money, a rich man, should come from somewhere, nowhere, just to come and marry you, because you've been seeing that in movies. And sometimes the kind of the love scenes that comes out, you expect to see those kind of scenes in your relationship. You want your boyfriend to kiss you in public, hug you in public, tell you, baby, I love you, 24/7.
Appreciate typical Ghanaian men will not do it.
And Typical Ghanaian. He won't do that. My sister. Then you are dreaming. You better wake up because no guy say, "Hello, baby, I love you," and you go like
The next minute.
No, but when you watch this kind of movies, you watch this kind of movies, the girl will be talking, be angry, and the girl will go like, "Sorry."
You'll be kneeling and all.
Yes,
So
you slap the guy. So the guy will come, baby, I'm sorry, and all those kind of things.
So if she meets a guy you will slap and when they come back to beg, then you are like, you are not the one.
Yes, you're not the one.
I knew it. Go.
Meanwhile, you are the problem. And so I think things has a lot of
Please don't go.
yeah.
You see, there was this movie I was watching and they met. The next scene, the guy was taking the girl home. They went home and the guy's family were all over the lady. Oh, our daughter, you're welcome. Even the guy's sisters were, okay, is that our sister-in-law? They were all over. This is not reality. You understand? So if somebody is watching this and he will start fantasizing about it, oh, okay, so
When I go to my in-laws.
when he takes me home, that's how the whole thing is going to be. You go there and it's a different scene. Then you'll be disappointed. Sometimes the movies, somebody will wake up and her face will be like this. Come on. Who wakes up with a face like this? Then they will take a selfie, put it on Instagram. I woke up like this. Who wakes up like this? So you see some of these things and you think that is how life is supposed to be. But reality catches up with you and you realize they're all fantasies.
So in a nutshell, who do you think is causing this? Are we causing this to ourselves? As in, because from all that we've been discussing, there's nobody out there putting pressure on us. But then ladies are always, as if we are putting pressure on ourselves. So that's what's making me find out from you ladies, who is the cause of this? Because now a lot of relationships are ending up. I mean, even marriages. I learned now the rate of divorce is very high now, and some of these things is because ladies fantasizes a lot. So now who caused that? Just as you said,
We are causing our own problems. We are causing our own problems. If you sit down, you just say, "Oh, this movie, I love this. My boyfriend needs to do the same thing to me." You have to think that it's a script. Someone sat down, wrote that thing. It's a story, just from his or her mind. The person wrote that thing, and they had to make it a movie. So you just sit there and you want your love life to be just like the movie. My sister, what are you trying to do? Who are you deceiving, yourself or God?
I feel we can't just blame people out there just like that, because I feel somebody was like, people fantasize a lot because sometimes it's very painful to face reality. What's your take on that?
Reality, you must face it whichever way it appears to you. What you're supposed to do is to gather that courage and face it. You can't be living in a fantasy world. You can't. Reality will catch up with you.
Are you not saying this because it hasn't happened to you before? Because let's say you get married to this guy. At the end of the day, you get to the room and this guy is impotent, like there's But then you've gone to say for better for worse. So such a person would have to switch to the mode of fantasies.
You fantasize, you worry yourself. In fact, you bring trouble to yourself. What are you fantasizing? That you wish you were in bed with an active man? That is hell.
You think that would rather...
That will even worsen your situation.
So it's better
Yes.
for you to face reality.
Exactly. Face whatever
Accept
it
it.
is. Accept it. And learn how to live by it.
That's it.
So what do you have to say, Bill? What do you have to say to our young ladies out there who are still waiting, fantasizing, dreaming to meet that guy with the latest car, to meet that guy who is tall and with the, how do you call it, 6 or 8 packs? Yeah.
Mine is. I have this short advice. If you're a lady out there and you're waiting for your Prince Charming, my sister, better wait till God comes. Yes. That's it. Because we are not in a Disney world that you be there and yes, because this is life. We have a lot of guys. We have short, tall, slim, muscular guys. If you like muscular guys, and you meet this skinny guy and he likes
It's
you,
okay, you take
it's
it.
okay with you.
You
Why-
advise the person take
Why
it
you
like
have
that.
to? Yes, you have to take it like that.
Take it like that.
Don't be stubborn.
Yes.
Yes, don't be stubborn. Just take it like that and pray things come out very well. What if you go in for this muscular guy, TikTok guy, and the person has nothing to offer? Yes, the person has
Yeah,
nothing
it's
to offer.
about
All
abusing you.
what the person will do is he will beat you every day. You can't even
Girls, are you
talk.
talking out of experience?
No, I'm not talking about out of experience. No. No guy has ever laid hands.
I know, right?
Yes. Yes. Well,
Okay.
okay. When you look at me,
I know.
you can't lay your hands on me.
Miss Andrea, do you have any
Wait,
advice
which
for such ladies watching us?
What I would say is we are all uniquely made. There is nothing like a duplicate of somebody. So the life that you are seeing, probably the life Promise is living, you want it, you won't get the same. You get something different. So we should all accept our individuality. Then come to terms with the fact that we'll get things differently. We'll get things differently. It's good to fantasize. It's okay. I won't say it's good, but it's okay to fantasize. But then you have to face reality. Your fantasies must match reality a bit so that at least if you are getting disappointed, it won't be that huge. I think
Yeah.
that's
So before we say bye-bye to our viewers, there's this argument going on this WhatsApp page. People were like, if a lady should fantasize about sleeping with another guy whom she's not dating, is it a cheat or is it a cheat? Are you cheating? Yeah, are you cheating on your partner or not?
Spiritually you are, but
What
physically
is
you are
spiritual?
not.
even physically you are.
No, choose. Are you cheating?
Oh, spiritually you are, because the Bible says when you look like at a woman, the same goes to the guy.
Okay.
With the bad intention. That
But we
means
are not in
you've
the
slept-
spiritual world, so choose one.
Listen,
Is it a cheat or
the
is
thing
it a
is,
cheat?
you've slept with the person already. That's the spiritual aspect of that.
No, Bells,
But
we are not living in the
physical-
spiritual realms.
No, physically you are not.
So
cheating.
are you cheating or we are on earth like reality? So is it a cheat or is it a cheat?
Only you know that. Oh, I'm cheating in my head.
No, choose one.
You are not cheating, my sister. You are not cheating.
Okay.
To me, you are cheating. But the same Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. You've already had it here. You are cheating, my sister.
That's what
No,
I said.
you are cheating. How can
The
you see
spiritual
that?
aspect of that.
This is not. We are all spiritual beings.
Okay, so
No.
viewers, this is where we
We are
we
spiritual
wrap
beings,
up
so
the
you are
show.
No, you are not cheating.
You are cheating.
You are not.
Thank you, ladies, for
You are not
coming.
cheating. How can you?
Today's show was so wonderful. I really enjoyed. Thank you, ladies, for coming.
Yes, you are not cheating.
But if you're a fantasy artist and you're watching us I hope you watch this show throughout. All that we are saying is it's not really bad to fantasize, but then you have to face reality, and make your life count. Whatever you fantasize about, you put in much work and then you achieve that. You just don't sit there and then you keep dreaming and dreaming. You won't get anywhere. You can connect with us on social media. Facebook is PromiseTalk. Twitter and Instagram is Promise_Talk, and YouTube is PromiseTalk TV. I've been your host, Promise Feelings. Until next time, bye bye.